It's on YouTube, Trucking the Life here again. I'm here with Ramon. There you go, right here. It's on YouTube.
How you doing?
All right. Ramon was nice enough to give me an interview, so I'm gonna ask him a couple questions about doing tankers. As you can see right here, got a bunch of hoses and what's that pump?
That's just the air compressor setup.
Air compressor setup and all this stuff right here. So without any further ado, let's get it going. Okay. Hi Ramon, I want to thank you again, brother, for even wanting to do the interview. Could you walk us through like what this exactly do right here, if you don't mind?
This is just your air compressor. Basically, it's just the air supply line from your tractor. These here are filters that they're air dryers. Turns around and dries the air so you don't get moisture. Basically, using the truck's compressor to air up the container, to pressurize it and push the product down in the tank and out through the hose into the customer's tank.
Okay.
So this here setup is just to dry the air to make sure there's no moisture or anything getting in to contaminate the product.
Okay. So this is a very key component.
Oh yeah.
To the whole operation.
Every 6 months, they want you every 6 months to turn around and change these dryers out. Keep up routine maintenance. Make sure that your system's working well and you get no air, no moisture, anything like that inside the container. Okay,
now is this a hard system to maintain? Is that pretty expensive to change?
No, I mean you can do it yourself. These here cost about $75 if you get the Bendix brand. You know what I'm saying? They have cheaper versions. That's just the brand. But they're about $75. I mean, it's just like an oil filter. You unscrew them. There's a seal in there. You want to take a little bit of oil or something like that. Just get the seal wet so that it doesn't rip when you when you tighten it. You want it to be hand tight, real hand tight, but you don't want it to be like, you don't want to over tighten it because you can't strip it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And yeah, every 6 months you want to change them out, and that's.
I see we have some hoses here.
Just chemical hoses. You got 3-inch hoses and 2-inch hoses. Just depends on what fittings the customer has at the location. Sometimes they have really big tanks and they have really big fill lines, 3-inch fill lines. So you just have different size hoses. They're chemically rated 150 psi, meaning pounds per square inch of pressure. They could turn around and it can hold. So it just depends on the fittings, what the customer has.
Okay, so you don't need all of them for every customer. You don't need specific ones for specific
it depends. It depends on how far away you're delivering to. I mean, it's hard to park a truck and trailer tanker, as close as you can to a tank sometimes, to a delivery tank.
Okay.
So sometimes you might have to run 60 feet of hose, which each length is 20. Each length of hose is 20 feet.
Okay.
So sometimes it might be 80 feet away. So you might have to use, you know what I'm saying, 4 hoses. So.
But then they're only different sizes, but you still have to combine them just in case you need the footage.
Just in case you need the footage, or there'll be times where you have a multi-compartment tank where you'll be delivering more than one product at a time. You'll be delivering, like, let's say you'll be delivering diesel, gasoline, and DEF all to the same tank, all to the same gas station.
Okay.
So you use one hose for each. You don't want to cross-contaminate products. Some products obviously don't mix with each other. So you don't want to get gasoline in your diesel. You don't want to get gasoline in your DEF. Vice versa type stuff. So you use one clean hose for each individual compartment. So it just all depends. Either you need the length to get to the customer, or you need just the hose in general for each different product because you don't want to cross-contaminate or hurt anything like that.
Okay. Okay. Well said, brother. And when you get to delivering or loading a chemical to a hose, do you have to clean the hoses out?
Yeah. Every time you use the tank, you take it somewhere and you get the tank washed out, and at the same time you get any fittings and any hose that you use washed out. Depending on what it is, they'll either detergent wash it or caustic wash it to make sure that all the impurities, everything, that it's 100% again when you use it again, and it's absolutely zero trace of the previous product in there.
Okay. So, is there a way you can look at it and tell, or you just kind of got to trust the fact when they clean it?
Yeah. I mean, I just basically trust God to do his job, and clean. That's what he does. I drive, deliver, and unload, load and unload. Them guys, clean the tanks out and whatever. I mean, every once in a while, you can just look at it and tell they did a shit job or whatever. But for the most part, just by looking at it, you can tell whether or not they did a pretty good job. I mean, you can look in there and see, you know. Obviously, also there's an odor test, you know. Almost every product you deliver, no matter what it is, antifreeze that has like a sweet smell. Every product you deliver usually has some kind of a smell to it or something, one way or another. Glues, you know, any kind of like acetone, like nail polish, something like that. You'll smell something. Diesel, gas, everybody can tell. There's usually some kind of smell. When you get them cleaned, you can smell like a clean smell, like a detergent, like a really soapy smell, something. You get used to it, and that's how you know if they did a really good job. If they use enough soap, if they use enough cleaner, you'll be able to tell.
Okay, so pretty much experience coming along with that. Once you do it enough, you kind of be able to tell what's going on with it. Now, since you use these hoses a lot, do you have to replace these hoses every so? Yeah,
they get back tested. They get tested to make sure they can maintain the PSI. They get little bracelets on them. Kind of hard to tell. These bracelets here tell you when the last time they were tested, and it's just a test date, and they're usually tested every year.
Wow. Okay. So because also guys, he's the owner operator. So believe me, a lot of these things on this truck goes to him. But these hoses right here is company maintained and replaced and all that, right? Okay. So thanks again for that. Okay, I see a red hose up there. What is that?
That's just an airline. Basically, there's two ways. There's two ways to deliver product, to deliver liquid. Actually, three ways. One way would be to use air pressure. Air goes into the tank at the top, and it pushes down on the liquid, and the liquid is forced out of the tank into the customer's tank through the hose. Or you have a pump, and the pump will turn around and it'll suck the trailer in. This is the in, this is the out. It'll suck the product using the pump in here and out through there, out of your tank and into the customer's delivery tank.
Okay.
Or you have gravity, which means the tank, like most gas stations, the fill line is on the floor, and all you need to do is connect the hose to the trailer and to the floor, and the product will just fall using gravity out of the tank and into their tank.
Okay.
So those are the three ways that product gets transferred.
Okay.
So that line up there and this line right here is basically the same thing, and all it does is connect to the air compressor. And,
which is that over there, right?
Which is that over there. It just connects over here. This is just the line because all trailers are pretty much the same. You either have a belly unload or a rear unloader.
Okay.
And basically, it's just the setup that the customer has.
Okay.
So either you're gonna do a belly unload or a rear unloader, and for all pumps, it's all bellies.
All pumps.
All pump offs are bellies. Pump offs are usually flammables. Air pressure, when you add air pressure, it's compressed air. Compressed air is hot, so you can't put hot air on top of a flammable product.
Okay.
So most products that get pumped off are flammable. All flammable products are pumped off, but most pumped off products are flammable.
As it go right here?
Basically, this line here is just it connects to this Chicago fitting here, and this will go on top of the trailer, and there's a Chicago fitting up there, and all it does is it transfers the air from the tractor into the tank. So that's all. This is just an extra hose I have, just in case this one.
So let's say you hook it to a tanker right now, but as you see, guys, these bobtails, we in here getting some repairs done right now. Owner operator life 101. But anyway, ain't about that. Okay, let's say you hook up to a tanker and you got your regular service line and your
electrical, your service,
and your emergency. All this same. This is regular, like a regular truck. With the regular lines, but I see you have some valves over there. Is that a certain reason you got the valves on there?
Yeah, this is called heat in transit. Basically, what it does is it's connected to your radiator system.
Really? Wow. Okay.
And what it does is it can maintain. It won't heat. Thinking involved, and like I said, it can get you in a lot of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So I did. I actually had. You know, a little bit extra training in the hazmat department, and then I had a little bit extra training just in general in tanker before I actually pulled the load for the company.
Really?
And then when I got to this company actually has requirements. You have to be doing tankers in the business 2 years before you even get a job.
Brother Ramon, have you ever damaged any product before?
Me, no.
Okay.
Again, turn around and if you do what they tell you to do, you read your pit bills, you know what I'm saying, you'll be fine.
It's pretty much following, sticking to the basics, you can't go wrong.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's pretty much, that's all the hoses I see. You got a lot of hoses back here. Like this hose right here. Is this
This is the heat and transfer. This is the in and the out. It's just the return. Basically, like I said, it just imagine a circuit. You know what I'm saying? It comes out of your radiator into the trailer. Comes back into your truck and back into your radiator, into your reservoir.
Okay, now I see you have a box right there too. Is that a reason you have a box there?
Yeah, there's fittings in there, different fittings. It just, you know, like I said, this hose is a 2-inch, this hose is a 3-inch. I can grab my keys and open it up for you, but it's just different fittings. It's just different fittings in there to make the hoses fit to each other, even though they're different sizes. Again, sometimes you get to a customer, they'll have a female fitting, and the end of your hose is a male fitting, female fitting as well.
Okay.
So you have to have a double male, or you know, just it's just tools in their straps to, you know, strap the hoses down so the ears are closed. They don't come apart while during unload, stuff like that. Tools, just a toolbox.
Okay, Ramon, I got a couple more questions, brother, and I ain't gonna hold you up no more, man. Now, I noticed you said these fittings are different sizes, and you have connectors, fitting, coupling things inside the box, right? So now, when let's say you running whatever pressure you're running on the system, and you have to connect these hoses. By them being different sizes, do it make a difference if you connect them?
The flow rate, it all depends. I mean, obviously, the bigger the hose, the more product the hose can hold. So you want to kind of, again, this will come more with experience. Or if you read your bill of ladings, it'll tell you basically what the deal is, what you need, how they want you to unload or load or whatever. But it just matters like how fast you get the job done, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So, real quick, the last question: some of the do's and the don'ts you would recommend or would not recommend for a rookie driver getting into the tanker business. What's some of the do's and some of the don'ts? I mean, just don't do it type deal, don'ts.
I mean, it's not liquid's always in motion, so you want to take the curves really, really slow. You know what I'm saying? You know, forget traffic, forget people honking at you. You know, you want to make sure that you're safe. Just be safe. I mean, just at the end of the day, just make sure you go home. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's pretty much it, man. Everything you do is, you know, so that you get to go home, get paid and go home. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? So if you have that in the back of your head, you know, you're good. Just be afraid of it. You know what I'm saying?
So one of the do's is to make sure you're afraid of it. One of the don'ts is don't take curves too fast. Don't be in a hurry.
Yeah, don't be in a hurry. Check everything. If you're not sure, check it again. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Read your manuals. I know it seems silly and all that stuff, but you know, when someone tells you, gives you advice, something like that, listen to them. You know what I'm saying?
Guys, this is an interesting interview. I ain't gonna lie, I'm amazed myself, man. I didn't know all this. I didn't know. I've seen this stuff, but I didn't know all this is good at, man. You know, this is outside the truck. This is not driving. This is just. Let me show you one more time. Hold on. All this stuff right here. This ain't even driving the truck. This is just when you post it up about to load or unload, and you have to know this stuff. This ain't driving. This is driving plus more other stuff. This is some real good information here, man. I really appreciate your time, Ramon, man.
No problem.
Brother Elijah, man, thank you, brother.
Yep.
Trucking the life here, guys. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.